Alrighty, here we go. Evidence that I have at least 8 people.
Hello. Hello.
You guys can hear me just fine?
Now we can.
Yes.
What?
What was on? Stay to have my back to the speech.
Alright, my name is Jason Sidor, and this is my special occasion speech. And the special occasion happens to be my sister's baby shower. And Christine will be here next month. Alright, so everyone here knows Christy and Dave, because we're all family and friends. And we're very excited for next month when Trey comes. And we know these two are going to have a steep learning curve because this is their first child. So I thought I'd reminisce about a couple of stories from our childhood, Christy and Becky. Now, we didn't always get along as kids. One of my earliest memories that we have is back when we lived in Munster, we had that big old sycamore tree. And I remember I was annoying Christy. She came chasing me with a baseball bat around the sycamore tree. And there we are running around, she play swings, I catch it, and I chase her around the sycamore tree. And, but it wasn't always us not getting along. We did get along too. When we were even younger in the house in Griffith, the air conditioning broke that summer, and it was a real scorcher. And there she is in her crib, can't really do much for herself. And so I was about 2 years old and grabbed a little cloth diaper and wiped the sweat from her head. It was the freshest little moment between the two of us. And of course, we were also very inventive and curious children, which you guys are going to have to deal with. When we first moved into the house in Munster, there was a chain link fence around the backyard. Mom and Dad figured they could let us play in there and we'd be safe. What they forgot about, though, is that there was a pile of bricks back there. And after a few hours, they came to check on us to see how we were doing, and they couldn't find us, but they did find a pile of bricks neatly organized in the shape of stairs next to the fence. And they found us around the block. And then, of course, with that bit of wandering was the incident in Disney World, where Christy wandered off and got lost. But we fortunately found you. But you stuck to Mom's leg and took every step that she took for the rest of the trip. So be careful with the wandering there. Of course, with curiosity comes the artistic streak that all 3 of us were guilty of, where Mom and Dad would set us to bed and they'd wake up the next morning to find us up and our diapers down, and our artistic expression spread all over the wall. So that's be wary, Dave. That's going to be coming. And of course, there's the embarrassing moments too, as parents, that you'll have to deal with. Probably my favorite story with that is when we all went out to Spittle's restaurant. This is when Christy and Becky were very, very young, and Christy comes back from the restroom telling Mom and Dad that she had some problems. Becky overhears this at about maybe 3 years old and goes, "You had diarrhea? I had diarrhea too!" And the whole restaurant had this low murmur throughout it of laughter. So you guys are going to have lots of those as well. And the thing is, with the birth of young ones, it signifies another part in the cycle of life. And it just so happens with our family and many families that right around the time of deaths, births come as well. And I know that not too long ago, your Meemaw had passed away, and we had Megan Haley, and now we had many years ago, actually, Christy, Becky, and I were born, and Great-Grandma Swartz had passed away, as well as Ifco and Grandma and Grandpa Dallenbach. And then 2 years ago, we had Father Paul pass away, as well as Grandpa Sidor and Grandpa Williamson. And so the time for death has passed, and it's time for Trey to be born. first of the Sidor generation. And so in conclusion, I just want to say that I've known Dave for quite some time. All the way back when I was in the 8th grade, I remember playing hacky-sack with him. And I don't really remember anything crazy that he had ever done. He was always pretty good for the most part. Christy, on the other hand, yeah, there was sneaking out as a teenager. I remember that nights at the antiperspirant on Becky's walls. I remember in our first apartment, the hooks on the bathroom walls, moving them and removing some of the walls with that. So there's going to be a lot of fun that you're going to have. And I know Mom and Dad are very proud of both you and Dave. And so, Christy, I'm going to give you the same wish that Mom and Dad have given all of us in times of joy and especially frustration. And that is, may your child be just like you. But you're getting off easy because, as we all know, if you just take a look at Big Dave and Little Dave, Trey's going to be just like him. I love you very much, guys.
Thank you.